We're just two friends who love the movies, call each other every morning.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. No, normally it'll say like out loud, this call will be recorded, but it sounded like the audio it was just coming from the phone itself. So, but it's showing that it's recording. So, there's
You,
that, man.
you don't have to explain.
Yeah, dude, I was just listening. Do you still listen to NPR Tiny Desk?
No, not to the Tiny Desk as much. You hear a good artist?
Well, I was just listening to Mumford and Sons. They just released one yesterday.
They released a new track. Oh,
Well,
they released their Tiny Desk. What song did they do off their new album? I just listened to their new album in
I
depth.
I haven't listened to their new song, but I will say, dude, they played a song they've never played before. It's
That's what
called
they said.
Badlands.
Yeah, that's on their new album. It's great. That was my favorite song off the album. They
Yeah,
did
dude.
it. They did it with Gracie Abrams.
Yeah, it was I mean, I was just listening to it. I haven't finished it, but so far it was very good. So it's a good
Yeah.
album?
So I think with Mumford and Sons, the hurdle you have to get past is even as a fan. I got Sign No More in high school and was obsessed with it. The perfect album, in my opinion. But a lot of theirs can begin to run together. It's a very good album, but it takes some time to like get into.
Yeah. Okay, so it's more of a slower burn.
Just in terms of having to get over the hurdle of a lot of their songs seeming on
Yeah.
the surface to sound the same, they
Yeah.
can kind of run together until you really start to settle in with it. But they're a band that's still making albums, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's a
no.
very comprehensive piece. It's very good.
Yeah, I mean, I love Mumford and Sons. Every time I listen to them, it brings me back to the days of high school, and then 18, 19,
Yep,
20
yep,
years when I was that age, and going
absolutely.
over to you remember Evan, right?
Yes.
And then going over to his house, he was a big fan of them, and then his I don't know if you ever met his cousin Stu.
Yes.
So, do you know? So
He's a
Stu and I
he's a
we
musician.
yeah, we used to go to some open mics together. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, of course I knew that, dude.
Yeah, so we used to go to a few, and randomly he would we would talk, and we'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to this one or whatever, and that was a good little time, man. That was a good little getting over my stage fright, right?
Heck yeah, dude. You
Trying
need to
to
be doing those again.
I know, man. I want to be getting out there and just kind of just even if it is playing a couple of tracks.
You
Um,
know that son of a gun is, and by the way, guys, you can look up Sam's submission to the Tiny Desk concert if you type in Samuel Colunga, Little One, Tiny Desk. It didn't get,
yes.
it wasn't a winner, but it was in my eyes.
Thanks, man.
That son of a gun is married to not Stu Sanders, Marcus Mumford, married to Carrie Mulligan.
Yeah, of
They were
course.
kids together, dude.
They what?
They were kids together. They went to summer Christian camp together and like
Are
became
you
pen pals.
serious?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I knew they were
yeah,
together, but I didn't
yeah. They
know
would
that
send
they
each
were.
other faxes and stuff.
Are you? How do you know
Serious?
this?
Yeah, yeah. It's cool.
How do you know this? Is it?
I've just been reading about him for a long time.
Oh,
Listening to
okay.
interviews with him for a long time.
Yeah, dude, he's one of those artists that along with like you got Switchfoot, Jack Johnson, Need to Breathe. Those are all artists that I listened to at they kind of shaped my music and kind of like my look on on
His appearance, folks.
yeah, so anyways, we're here to talk about the best films of 2018. Did we
Oh,
have regrets? Did we not? Did we have films that we should have made our list? I don't know, but Mitch, why don't you lead us off, man?
Oh yeah, sure, I can do that. Let me just grab it up here. 2018. Let's dial all the way back to the honorable mentions. We the Animals, Eighth Grade, Vice, Sorry to Bother You, At Eternity's Gate, top 10. Shirkers, Blind Spotting, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. First, oh, here's where it is. Okay, this was one of those years where didn't have quite the system down in terms of which year I put what. So this makes more sense. First
Okay.
Reformed,
Okay.
Leave No Trace, Cold War, Lean on Pete, Shoplifters, Roma, Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Okay. Yeah, so you and I, although we've only shared one number one movie in the past decade, or we shared twice, right? We actually shared our number twos. But anyways, let me read off. Let me read off real quick. So in my honorable mentions, I had The Rider, I had Blind Spotting, I had Mission Impossible Fallout, I had
Nice.
Museo, I had Cam.
Wait, sorry. What's Museo?
Museo is a Spanish film with Gael Bernard Garcia.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then I had a movie called Cam. It's like a little horror film.
Yeah, I know about that one.
Okay. Top 10. Number 10, I have Eighth Grade. Number 9, I have Hereditary. Number 7, number 8, I'm sorry, I have Isle of Dogs.
Nice.
Number 7, I have Widows. Number 6, I have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Number 5, I have Burning. Number 4, I have Shoplifters. Number 3, I have Cold War. Number 2, I have Roma. This is where I said we copied each other. And number
Yeah.
1, You Were Never Really Here.
Dude, man, I thought Bernie was older. That's okay. That's from that year, huh?
What's that?
I thought Bernie was older than 2018 for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see here.
I'm sure that's right, but yeah,
Wait,
interesting
wait. What do you
list.
mean? What do you mean, Bernie?
The Linklater movie?
No, Burning.
Okay, I'm failing to hear the difference as you repeat the
Bur-
word.
Burning.
Oh, Bernie. Yeah,
Burning.
okay. I was confused. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that was a strange one. I think that was like Wesley's number one or something.
Oh, really?
I may be misremembering, but he really loved
Yeah.
that one. We watched it together.
So, and I'm sorry, folks, you're gonna join me with another adventure. But this is a different adventure, folks. This is me going to put gas in, or not gas, I'm sorry. I'm here at Walmart, and they are gonna be putting oil in my,
Oh, nice. Getting a little oil change, huh?
oh, Vanessa, yeah, it's in her car.
Okay. Well, let's see, did you have any regrets?
I do. But go first.
Uh-oh. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You go first.
Oh, with regrets? Um, you know, I think here's something interesting. Leave No Trace, right?
Yes.
Well, apparently I read the other day that is the movie with the most reviews that still retains 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Yes, and I think it is very good, and I think the most cool thing about it is that it introduces, for me, and I think to most of the world, Thomason McKenzie,
Yes.
and that's a big revelation. But I think in general it doesn't like. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I would take it off. But as I think back on it, I think yeah, it was good, but it's not something. It's like super powerful in my memory. I kind of also feel that way about at Eternity's Gates.
Yeah.
Although I liked that movie, the cinematography and Defoe's performance, and but yeah, again, I don't know if it has the kind of staying power. In Yeah, so maybe those two, but no big regrets. I still like this
Yeah.
list.
I remember when Leave No Trace came out and everyone was hyping it up. I like
Yeah.
that movie. I don't see what is so special about it, if I'm being honest. It didn't impact me the way it did for many people. Hey, um,
Did you have a question?
one second. Hey, how you doing, sir?
I guess this is where I have to log a little bit. Let me just look at these and see how many that I saw in theaters. We the Animals, I saw in theaters. Uh, Vice, I saw in theaters on Christmas Day, actually. Sorry to Bother You, I saw in theaters. That was fun. Blind Spotting, I saw in theaters. Um, Cold War, I saw in theaters. That was a good night. Um, Roma, I saw in theaters. And Won't You Be My Neighbor, I saw in theaters. So pretty good bit. Not as much as the past 2 years, maybe. One thing I mentioned, I think, is Sam still taking care of his oil stuff. Um, Lean on Pete. I have a special memory with that movie. It was the last movie I saw before I moved from Tennessee to Georgia. And I remember it's one of those movies that, for whatever reason, caused a tear to happen. And I remember watching it by myself in my apartment. We lived in a fourplex, we've mentioned a few times, with a lot of friends. And my friend knocked on the door right as the credits were rolling. And the credits rolled to a great needle drop from, it was a cover of R. Kelly's song, um, I am a tall tree. What is that song? I am a mountain. Oh, I am a. If anybody asks me who I am, stand up tall, look 'em in the eye. I can't remember the title, but Bonnie Prince Billy covers the song, and it's a really good closer. And my friend knocked on the door at the time, and I was like, "Oh, this is awkward. I got to clean up my face a little." No, it was just a goodbyeful movie, just a mournful movie, and I like the title. I don't know, something about the title. And horses have weird names, and I think Lean on Pete is the name of the horse. But I think it's an interesting title. It's got a poetry to it. And that guy, that kid Plummer, is his name Charlie Plummer? He does a good performance in that movie. And let's see, I guess that's something else. Shirkers. Now that's a movie I don't know if Sam saw or not, but I like that movie because it's about movie making, but in a unique way insofar as like they failed to make a movie basically. Um, the They had made a movie together as kids that they were passionate about, and that there was some nefarious figure at the center of their making this movie who resulted in their losing it for a long time, and they recovered it, but they never recovered the sound. And so you like see some of the movie like spliced together, but over it she does her own voiceover and just kind of tells the story of the movie. And conceptually, I mean, I love that because I feel like my artistic life is a movie that got half made, that's just hiding somewhere in a drawer, you know.
what movie is this that you're talking about?
Shirkers, you would love it.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that one. Let me here. Sorry about that. Well, it sucks because I just thought I could come over here and hopefully they would
But you
get
thought
me.
wrong, Sam.
I
You
know I
thought
did.
wrong,
I did, dude. I
and
did,
everybody's
honestly.
paying for it.
I did.
I'm sorry, listeners. This has nothing to do with you guys. It's stuff with me and Sam that goes way back.
Let me see here. Let me get out of
Uh-oh.
this parking lot.
Sounds like I'm gonna have to monologue again.
No, 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 no. You're good, Mitch. You're doing a good thing. I have one. I have a couple of things that I would change about my list. Overall,
Okay.
I do think 2018 is a strong year. Okay,
Yeah.
so as much as I loved Cold War, I don't think it would have been in my top 10.
Yeah.
I loved it, but and I guess that just speaks to where my mindset was during that time because I mean to have it at my number three, I think that's a little too high. I've watched it since that time. I still think it's great. I just don't think it's number three level great.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, like, I would say with Cold War, like, there's a lot of it that's kind of faded from my memory. It's like that seashell on the seashore, and then you watch the wave come and take it away, and it's gone, but the poetry remains for me. Something about, I think the night that I went out into the night. Lori was
yeah,
gone for a night, and I went out and I went to a theater I never go to, a part of town I never go to at night, and just watched this beautiful black and white cinematography, this language I didn't understand, this historical moment I didn't understand, and so all I had was the poetry of it, and it really did
yeah,
its job.
yeah. I mean, I like I said, it's a beautiful film. I just don't know if it would stay in my top three. I think if I had to change things right now, the way I would do it is I would take out in my honorable mentions. I would actually, as much as I love this movie and I think it's great, I would take out Museo and I would put Cold War in my honorable mentions, and I
Uh-huh.
would actually move up at my number three spot. I would put um, I would put actually Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, and
Yeah.
then I freaking love that movie. That movie, I mean, it's one of the movies I've watched the most in my entire life. I would put Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, probably my number three. My number four, I would move up Widows, and then I would keep Shoplifters at five, Burning at six, uh, Isle of Dogs at seven, Hereditary, like my favorite horror movie of the 21st century, at eight. Um, I would keep Eighth Grade at 10, but I would actually include a movie that I didn't even have on my list.
Oh.
And this isn't a traditional, oh, it wouldn't be on people's top 10 list, but it's a movie that brings me a lot of entertainment, a lot of joy. Me and Vanessa, it's kind of special to our relationship. We watch it every year, actually. And that movie is Ready Player One,
Oh yeah,
uh,
that's right.
the Steven Spielberg film. So I would actually have Ready Player One at my number nine spot, and then of course 10 I'd have. You know what? I may switch out Eighth Grade in my 10th spot, and I would probably put Mission Impossible Fallout. I mean, I love Fallout. It's my favorite Mission Impossible movie. I'm a big MI fan. I mean, my dad introduced me to those movies, and I think for me, I think that's where they should have ended it. But yeah, no, I think it's better than the recent two that came out, Dead Reckoning, Final Reckoning. This is where everything was just kind of boiling up to like the. It's just great. I mean, it's just great. I'm sorry. I know you may not agree with that.
That Fallout is great. Are you kidding me? That movie is incredible.
Yeah. I no. What I'm saying is, you may not agree with Fallout being better than Dead Reckoning and Final Reckoning.
Oh, it is way better than them, for
Oh, okay.
sure.
So we do agree on that.
Oh yeah, there's no question about that.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, yes. It now, although it's the best MI film in my opinion, I
For me,
still
it's
think
Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol is still the most fun MI
That's
film.
my favorite one. and I even like the one Rogue Nation
Oh
better than
yeah.
Fallout
W-
in my rankings. I have to pull my
Well,
ranking back out sometime, but
I actually rewatched Rogue Nation recently, and it is a lot better than I thought it. I remembered it being.
oh
It's
man, I
still
want to
not,
watch it right now, dude. Woo! I'm ready to
dude.
jump back on MI right now. Dude,
Dude,
you know what? When I'm having a rough, if I'm like having a rough day, okay, so uh, try to figure this out, Sam. When I'm having a bad day and I go just open the gifts, search bar on the phone and I type in Mission Impossible and it pulls up that gif of Tom Cruise running. I guess it's away from the Kremlin that's like exploding. It's just like a dead-on shot of him running like
yeah.
straight ahead. And I'm like, yeah, that's a fix I needed. Now I'm ready to get back to work. But is that did I watch a movie if I watch that GIF?
You did. I mean, it's cinema. It's
What
cinema.
is it? What does it mean to watch a movie? Is it so like you say like no, of course not. It's like 2 seconds long. Okay, so do you have to watch the entire 90-minute runtime of a movie to have watched it? If you look down at your phone or get up and go into the kitchen to check on a sound you heard, and then immediately return back to it, have you no longer seen that movie?
I don't know. You're getting into some deep philosophical
Let's
uh
just forget it. It's
themes,
stupid.
Mitch, and
I'm surrounded by leaf blowers and lawnmowers, dude. Everywhere I go, I can't move.
dude. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I can't hear them.
That does make me feel better, but I feel like I'm being attacked on all sides. But yeah, dude, I kind of broke the mold because this was back when we had the controversy over whether a documentary belonged on our top 10 list, and now it's like not controversial at all. But
Yeah.
back then, I put it as my number one. I was like, ooh, ooh. But yeah,
I
definitely Won't You Be My Neighbor stands the test of time for me.
Yeah, I remember that. We had like a little didn't we have like a little, not a spat, but
I
we
think
were,
next year a GIF is going to be on my, or a GIF is going to be on my
it's
top
gonna
10
be a
list.
it's gonna be a Mission Impossible gift.
Yeah.
Well, man, 2018 overall, like I said, it's easily one of the better ones. Do you stand by your number one though?
Yeah, that's what I just got finished saying. Although Roma is, it's hard to argue with, but at the same time with Roma, again, it's like with Cold War. It's kind of like a pleasant poem in my memory, or an unpleasant one too. It's like an epic. Shoplifters still pretty powerful ending. Buster Scruggs, that's another one. It's like an anthology film. I feel like
Yeah.
I think I was intentionally trying to bend some of the rules, and I had two documentaries on here, doggone it. And so yeah, I think it was a pretty cool year.
So Widows is a movie that I watch on repeat. I love that movie. It's Steve McQueen. I think it's probably, to be honest, it might be my favorite Steve McQueen movie aside from Shame.
Oh
Um,
yeah, and that's one I
I,
haven't seen, Widows or Shame actually, but
oh,
Widows I haven't seen.
dude, oh my God! And you need to see it. Robert Duvall is in it. Colin Farrell. I'm so surprised you haven't seen this movie, man.
Yeah, it was on my list, but it was one of those that didn't make the final. That's
Uh,
why I always say like it gets dangerous at the end because you're like a lot of times you're like if I don't watch this movie within the calendar year, there's a good chance I'm not going to watch it.
well, I mean, this is a movie that I would tell you, Mitch, you need to go watch it. It's thrilling. It, it it's it's Steve McQueen's version of the heist film, but it's not what you might think, if that makes sense. Like he kind of twists the genre on itself. Like it's like, okay, this is the con film, this is the heist movie. Okay, well, I'm gonna do this instead. He kind of goes against what most people would do if they were making a movie like this. That's why I love it because it's so good. And my God, dude, it's the camera work, the cinematography, everything about this movie is just top notch. So yeah, I mean, it's number four in my list. That's where I would put it. But obviously back then, I didn't love it as much. Isle of Dogs. I always get a lot of hate because I have Isle of Dogs on my list. I love this movie. I think it's one of my favorite Wes Anderson movies ever. It's so good. And then, so this was actually the last movie I watched. Isle of Dogs was the last movie I watched at my job at the Bijou before I ended up,
R.I.P.
but no, before I ended up moving to Tennessee.
Tennessee. Oh,
Yeah,
sad. Yeah,
yeah,
then yeah, we were all. I mean, Lori saw that movie before me in theaters, and then finally she's like, "You've got to watch this." And we put it on at the mill there. You may have been there with us watching it. But
dude,
that's a really really good one.
I'm surprised you don't remember us watching my favorite movie of 2018 at the mill
Why do you think that I don't remember
because you would have mentioned it.
it?
You were never really here. Do you remember that, dude?
Yeah, I do remember that, and I'm not as impressed with that movie as you. What I do find interesting, Sam, is that at that time she was praised for the way that she handled violence in her movie. It was like this kind of subversive commentary on cinematic violence where she didn't really show a lot it, but
Yeah,
it was all suggested and it felt very visceral still.
it's
And
still
in
fucking
this most
brutal.
recent movie, Die My Love, people were like, "Ah, they really just she's too or she doesn't really show like the consequences of the violence in this movie." Was a critique that I read, and I was like, "You can't win, I guess." You know, one
I
year they're
guess not.
praising it. I guess if your movie's good, they'll praise it, and if it's not, then they won't. But
Yeah, they'll just find a reason to bash it, right?
I think if somebody, like you said, maybe people might give you a mess for Isle of Dogs. People, I think, would the thing that people would scratch their head for me on is Vice, but I know people saw that as a step down from The Big Short, and it was. But my gosh, dude, this movie is pretty amazing, and probably just a lot of it is Christian Bale. I mean, he's incredible in that movie. And the movie is so funny, and the structure of it, it has some surprises. Like you've got the narrator is just a soldier whose heart Dick Cheney ends up getting, like a bypass or something. And every time he has a heart attack, he's like, "Oh, I'm having a heart attack." It's just like so like matter of fact. Caleb always laughed at that part too. And then also just his monologue at the end, it's a little on the nose, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I think it's very provocative. I think it really kind of made you think about what's going on in the world and how you just kind of don't interact with what's going on
Yeah.
at the so-called top. That movie really continues to intrigue me. But yeah.
Yeah, and didn't you have Sam Rockwell, right, as George Bush or
Oh
George
yeah,
W. Bush?
that's right. And he was great. Which, Brolin was, I thought, a good Bush, but Bush is hard to play. In the same way that like maybe President Trump is hard to play because it's like so cartooned.
Yeah.
Um, and it's hard to bring a little, but it didn't matter as much in this movie. I
Yeah.
mean, who in the world would cast Christian Bale as Dick Cheney?
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, it's
it's only somebody that knows how stinking good Christian Bale is.
hey, and the makeup and all that stuff really helped out
Yeah,
too. So
it's amazing work.
yeah. But all right, Mitch. Well, dude, it was good talking. 2018. Obviously, this is a year where we don't really have too much regrets. Maybe a couple. Maybe a little moving around.
My regrets were off the screen.
Off the screen. Yes. Hey, this was a special year because this is a year that really stands out because I was over there in Tennessee and this was the Movie Pass era.
It was the Movie Pass era. I got married this year.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh man. Dude, and oh dude, what's that theater called? Not the one at the mall, the other one.
UEC.
UEC. Dude, I was there all the time just using my Movie Pass.
Dude, we ran Movie Pass out of business for sure.
We, we did. All right, man. Well, I gotta go check in on Vanessa, but I'll talk to you later.
See ya.